Hello everyone. Just thought I'd do an update really on what's going on with the channel at the moment. Um, Still on furlough from work, so had time to do bits and bobs here and there, which has been quite good. But I'm desperate to get back to work now, get some sort of normality going back in life. But we'll see what happens there. Um, I finished the Infamy project. Having played a couple of games now, what I've realised is I need to add um, some more support options. Support options therein is a list in the book of options that you can take that are peculiar to the army that you've chosen. So in my case, ancient Germans. But you can also then take choices from the main army list for the Germans as well. And so I need to pick up some bits and bobs for that. Mostly skirmishers because I've only got one unit of skirmishers, but they'll be coming shortly, I would imagine. So there'll be just quick one-off videos, just showing what I'm where I've got with that. Won't be loads of them. Might add another unit of warband as well, and that should give me quite a few different options to go along with the main force that I've actually painted. The ambush points are all done now as well. So yeah, that's all finished, and I'm moving on to something else. So as you can see here, I've purchased a few books just to give me some inspiration. The reasoning behind this is I was watching a very bad recording of Riley Ace of Spies. Some of you may remember that from back in I think it was the late 80s or 90s. Can't remember now offhand. Sam Neill played Riley, and it was a series of adventures set around his career as a spy for British intelligence. And so I got looking on YouTube and the internet in general, just for different things that maybe tied in with that, and also for the fact that we play games set in the back of Beyond, so Central Asia, Uzbekistan, that kind of area, and we have played those for quite a few years now. But they're bigger games. But I wanted something smaller that represented some of the adventures that people similar to Riley had gone through. So currently I'm reading Setting the East Ablaze by Peter Hopkirk, which is a fantastic book. Even if you've got just a passing interest, it's well worth getting. Reads like a novel. The adventures of the people involved, they're larger than life characters. And to be perfectly honest, I don't think you could actually make this up. One of the British officers actually joined the Bolshevik spy agency to actually spy on the British to help him get away from Tashkent. Amazing stories. It's like how did they get away with it? Another one of the White Russians who was very much against Bolshevism, caught in the same place, Tashkent. He managed to escape to British India eventually. However, one of the things he had to do was to escape the Bolsheviks was be bricked up in somebody's house for approximately a week, so that they couldn't find him when they were looking for white sympathisers. It's all amazing stuff. So yeah, I'm going through the Setting the East Ablaze at the moment. Again, like I say, a really good book, highly recommended so far. I've got Russian Roulette by Giles Milton, Spies and Commissars by Robert Service, and Operation Kronstadt by Harry Ferguson. So with that in mind, I have taken the plunge and finally got round to buying Paul Pally second edition, which is something I said I would do, but I've now got round to doing it. Expensive is my only criticism. For the size of book and what you get, it's expensive. However, for the hours of fun you can have playing with it, I think it's money well spent. And the nice thing about this is they've taken all the rules from first edition, made them easier to understand, changed a couple of rules here and there, but only slight modifications. But the main thing about it is they've taken all the extra rules that appeared in supplements and put them all in one place now. So that is brilliant. Um, so, yeah, I think anybody who's seen one of my earlier videos knows what I think about Pool Bally. Absolutely superb. So I'm really glad I spent the money on that. And then coming up, we have what I'm going to do is what with Pool Pally, what you have are not gangs, but they're called leagues. So I'm going to do initially a Bolshevik League, a White Russian League, and a British Spies League. This will be closely followed by some Chinese, which I've also got, and possibly some Uzbeks or something along those lines. Maybe a bandit league, something like that. Think of the Central Asia at the time as being very, very similar to the Wild West. It was just chaos, but the stuff of adventures and legends. So with that in mind, what I've done is I've bought some miniatures from North Star. So these are copplestone from their Back of Beyond range. So I don't know whether you can see them. I'll just pop one out. There we go. See if it'll. Yeah. So she's a female commissar from the Bolshevik, one of the Bolshevik bags. Lovely figures and do the job. One of the British figures should be instantly recognisable for those of you who like the film The Mummy. Absolutely superb. Really looking forward to painting these. Then I'll have some White Russians from Pulp Figures. First time I've had Pulp Figures. They're really nice. I didn't realise how nice they actually were. So again, really recommended. And so I've got a few packs of those to make a few leagues to be able to play. So that's going to be my next project. And part and parcel of that is each league has a leader. So the leaders are going to make up my Wargamers Anonymous painting challenge for this month. So they'll be basically the command stands as such. While I'm on, so that's where I'm at there. So I think once I've got that done, it will probably be more stuff for, like I said before, more stuff for Infamy, just filling out some gaps. And what I'm going to do is paint the Prussians for the 7 Years' War. I'm going to do a regiment, then leave it, and then do another regiment. So I can get them done and we'll be able to play. And then quickly, I want to do 3 shout outs to some really good channels that need people's support. First of all is that Tassie Wargamer. Does some great work. He's currently working on Infamy, but does Chain of Command and Sharp Practice. So well worth checking out. The other one is Alfresco Gaming. It's a guy I know locally. He's been doing some Chain of Command games, doing one of the pint-sized campaigns. Well worth checking out. Also does some Lord of the Rings, I believe, as well. So, yeah, again, checking out. And finally is Randolph McGee, a guy who does a lot of painting in different scales, a lot of Napoleonic stuff. Again, well worth checking out. three guys that could do with the subscriptions for what they do. They sort of need the help they can get, so it's really good. And that's where I am at the moment, guys. There'll be another video, maybe along today or maybe along tomorrow, showing my progress for the painting challenge. And I hope you're all doing well, and your projects are going well, that you're staying COVID free, and your families are fine, and life's good. All right, guys, cheers. I'll see you soon. Bye.